While head kick knockouts might steal the highlight reels, there's a far more sinister way to end a fighter's career. Leg kicks so devastating that some fighters never fought again. In the history of combat sports, only a handful of strikers mastered this dark art of destroying opponents' legs, leaving them unable to even walk out of the cage. Welcome back to Fight Legends Unleashed, where we break down the most brutal moments in combat sports history. Today, we're exploring a topic that sends shivers down the spine of every fighter who's ever stepped into the cage: career-altering leg kicks. In this video, we'll analyze the most devastating leg kick finishes in combat sports history. From Muay Thai legends to MMA warriors, we'll show you why the most terrifying strikes in fighting often target the legs, not the head. Let's get into it. Gokhan Saki, the Turkish Tyson. When people talk about Gokhan Saki, they usually mention his explosive hands, but it's his leg kicks that have literally dropped giants. Take his fight against James McSweeney, a masterclass in systematic destruction. Saki didn't just attack, he orchestrated a symphony of devastation. Starting with punches to set up his real weapons, Saki began methodically chopping at McSweeney's base. By the second round, every strike echoed through the arena like an axe hitting wood. McSweeney, tough as they come, tried to weather the storm, but Saki's kicks weren't just strikes. They were surgical incisions into his opponent's mobility. The final sequence saw two thunderous kicks that didn't just end the fight, they rewrote the blueprint for leg kick destruction. Furkan Karabag, the new Turkish terror. If you thought Saki was brutal, his countryman Furkan Karabag took leg kick savagery to new heights in early 2024 against Revo Somai. This fight was a stark reminder that in combat sports, dominance can shift with a single technique. Revo dominated the opening round, looking like he might steamroll his way to victory. But Karabag had other plans. In round two, he began sneaking in low kicks behind punches and body shots, a strategy that would prove devastating. Each kick landed with surgical precision, targeting the same spot until Revo's leg began to visibly fail him. The final blow, a crushing inside leg kick, didn't just end the fight, it sent Revo to a wheelchair, adding another chapter to the terrifying legacy of Turkish leg kick specialists. Yodkhai Fairtex, the Thai leg sniper. When Yodkhai Fairtex faced Alex Schuld, we witnessed what happens when pure Muay Thai leg kick expertise meets MMA grappling. Fairtex didn't just attack Schuld's legs, he systematically dismantled them with the precision of a master craftsman. From the opening bell, Fairtex mixed high and low attacks, never letting Schuld read his intentions. By round three, each kick was slicing through Schuld's defenses like a hot knife through butter. What made this destruction particularly impressive was how Fairtex adapted his traditional Muay Thai leg kicks to counter a grappler's stance, proving that even wrestling-based fighters aren't safe from Thai striking expertise. Rodtang, the human war machine. No discussion about devastating leg kicks would be complete without mentioning Rodtang's systematic destruction of Sok Thai in 2019. This wasn't just a fight, it was a demonstration of why Rodtang has earned the nickname the Iron Man. From the opening bell, Rodtang unleashed a relentless assault that combined his trademark forward pressure with crippling leg kicks. Each strike landed with such force that you could almost feel the impact through the screen. By the end of the first round, Sok Thai's lead leg had changed colors more times than a chameleon. But what made this performance truly spectacular wasn't just the power, it was Rodtang's ability to land these devastating kicks while walking through fire himself. Tawanchai, the New Age destroyer. When Tawanchai faced Jamal Yusupov, we witnessed the evolution of leg kick artistry. This wasn't just about power, it was about precision, timing, and technical mastery. Tawanchai didn't need multiple rounds to demonstrate his superiority. Instead, he unleashed a calculated assault that targeted the back of Yusupov's thigh, a spot many fighters overlooked. The finish came from a kick so perfectly placed that it looked like it short-circuited Yusupov's nervous system. This wasn't just a victory, it was a statement about the evolution of striking in modern combat sports. Tawanchai showed that in the hands of a master, leg kicks can be just as decisive as any knockout punch. Are you a fight fanatic craving the adrenaline of epic moments? Smash that like button and subscribe now to join our community of martial arts enthusiasts. for more jaw-dropping battles and unforgettable moments. Pat Barry, the leg kick specialist. Pat Barry's destruction of Dan Evanson remains one of the most clinical displays of leg kick mastery in UFC history. Barry didn't just win, he gave a master class in how to systematically break down an opponent's base. What made this performance particularly impressive was Barry's setup. He didn't just throw naked leg kicks, he used his hands to force reactions, creating perfect opportunities to chop away at Evanson's base. By the time the finish came, Evanson's leg had absorbed so much damage that he physically couldn't continue, a testament to Barry's devastating leg kick power. Wilson Gouveia's tactical destruction. The fight between Wilson Gouveia and Duane Lewis showed just how quickly leg kicks can change the complexion of a fight. While Lewis started strong, Gouveia's perfectly placed calf kicks began to tell a different story. By the middle of the second round, the damage was so severe that Lewis's mobility was completely compromised. What's particularly noteworthy about this fight was how Gouveia targeted the same spot repeatedly, causing a visible welt that grew with each successful strike. The fight became a masterclass in precision striking, proving that sometimes it's not about how many kicks you throw, but where you place them. Pedro Rizzo versus Dan Severn. This fight stands as a historic example of leg kick effectiveness. When Pedro Rizzo faced UFC pioneer Dan Severn, he demonstrated why he was known as The Rock with his devastating leg attacks. After defending an early takedown attempt, Rizzo unleashed a series of crushing inside leg kicks that literally dropped the veteran fighter. What made this victory especially significant was how it highlighted the evolution of striking in MMA. Severn, a wrestling specialist, had no answer for Rizzo's sophisticated leg kick game. The finish came after just two perfectly placed kicks, proving that even the toughest veterans aren't immune to well-executed leg attacks. Justin Gaethje, the modern leg kick master. Justin Gaethje's destruction of Luis Palomino stands as one of the most brutal displays of leg kick efficacy in modern MMA. Gaethje's approach was different from traditional Thai-style leg kicks. He incorporated a wrestling-based pressure style that gave his opponents no room to recover. The fight demonstrated Gaethje's signature style perfectly: constant forward pressure combined with devastating leg kicks. By the second round, Palomino's leg was so compromised that he could barely stand, leading to a finish that showcased why Gaethje is considered one of the most feared leg kickers in the sport. Scott Jorgenson's painful lesson. The fight between Scott Jorgenson and Alejandro Perez serves as a cautionary tale about the devastating potential of leg kicks. In this bout, Perez systematically destroyed Jorgenson's base until he literally couldn't continue. What makes this fight particularly noteworthy is Jorgenson's toughness. He continued fighting on one leg until he physically couldn't stand anymore. This wasn't just a loss, it was a demonstration of how modern fighters have evolved leg kicks into a primary weapon. The finish came when Jorgenson attempted to throw a kick with his compromised leg, leading to a tap out from the sheer pain and inability to continue. Michael Lombardo versus Kyron Bowen. This fight showcased how modern MMA has evolved to embrace leg kicks as a primary weapon. Bowen initially used his reach advantage effectively, but Lombardo had a plan. Halfway through the first round, he launched an assault on Bowen's lead leg that would make Thai fighters proud. The finish came when one perfectly placed kick literally snapped Bowen's resistance and his mobility, leaving him writhing in agony. Levi Rigters versus Thomas Mosny. Rigters demonstrated why Dutch kickboxing remains the gold standard for leg kick mastery. From the opening bell, he mixed punches and low kicks in combinations that gave Mosny no chance to adapt. By round 2, Mosny was struggling to stay upright, and the third round saw him completely broken down by Rigters' relentless leg assault. The most frightening aspect of leg kick finishes isn't just the immediate victory, it's the lasting damage they can cause. Unlike a knockout that you can recover from in weeks, a severe leg kick injury can sideline a fighter for months or even permanently alter their fighting style. So, which one impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.